hoffe, dass er die Verbindung jetzt auch schon gleich wieder hat. So, hoffe, dass jetzt wieder alles soweit da ist. Schauen wir mal. Ja, kann alles mögliche jetzt gerade gewesen sein. Vielleicht war es mein Provider, vielleicht auch so einfach nur. Habe ich noch nie gehabt. Das erste Mal, dass OBS seine Verbindung verloren hat. Ist natürlich blöd, jetzt splittet er das wieder. Das Bild ist ja schon wieder. Ach, da ist das Bild ja schon wieder. Ja, gut, wunderbar. Dann war es wirklich nur ein kurzer Disconnect vom OBS wahrscheinlich. Ach, was sage ich denen jetzt? Ist eine lange Geschichte. Ja, irgendwie schon.
Valkorion dragged me into the wilderness and almost killed me. Then he left my mind to go somewhere else. He wouldn't say. Satil Shan and the ghost of Darth Mar have been here on Odessa the whole time. They found me in the wilderness.
My mother's here? With Darth Mar?
Not anymore. They left on some other mission, but not before revealing what it'll take to stop Arkin. It's complicated.
That's an awful lie. It must be true.
Blast it. Sky troopers. At least a dozen. Almost ran right into them.
Don't panic, maybe they didn't see you.
If they did, things are about to get exciting.
Khalil, come in. Come in. No signal.
We need a contingency plan. If they capture her, turn her against us?
We can't evacuate Odessa. We just finished decorating the place.
I warned you this would happen. We're going in.
Ach Gott. Kaum ist man wieder zurück. Entscheidungen. Verdammte Hacke.
Khalil had her chance. It's your turn, Major.
We won't let you down, Commander. Havoc Squad, move out.
Ich dachte, ich gehe da selbst hin. Und jetzt hocke ich hier, oder was? Okay. War vielleicht nicht die schlauste Entscheidung. Vielleicht hätte ich sagen sollen, warte.
Still no word from Major Jorgen or Khalil.
Everything within a kilometer of the spire has been locked down. No signal gets in or out of that zone.
I warned you that Gemini frequency mission was dangerous. If they're alive, it won't be for much longer.
We can't be certain of anything. If they're safe, they'll contact us. If not, Arkin will make a public spectacle of them.
Can't say I'd feel too bad about losing Khalil, but Jorgen's a good man.
Regardless, any rescue attempt on our part would be suicide. Their fates are in their hands.
I'll alert you the moment I hear anything, but until then, we're just wasting time here.
We could all use a break to regroup. That includes you, Theron.
I'm too tired to argue. Oh, almost forgot. Hilo Viz asked to see you, Commander. Wouldn't say why, but it sounded important.
Hätte ich doch das erste sagen sollen. Oh. Ah, okay, ja, da habe ich dann wahrscheinlich eh kein Abo gehabt zu der Zeit. Habe mir jetzt eh hauptsächlich zu dem Event erstmal wieder eins geholt. Naja, aber man kann sich ja wenigstens den 51er dann über diese ultra beschissene Quest irgendwann mal holen. Okay, jetzt will Hilo Viz irgendwas. Ich hätte jetzt gedacht, ich muss zur Spire. Ach, ich bin wieder zu blind. Nutzen wir den wieder. Okay. Unbekannter Sender. Mhm. Ah, von denen ist es Post. Okay. Ja, finde ich ein bisschen schade, dass sie so Companions, was heißt Companions? Ja doch, Companions und so Sachen halt eben auch mit in diese Subscriber-Dinger packen und du dann gar keine Möglichkeit hast, die so zu kriegen. Das ist schon so ein bisschen, naja, finde es ein bisschen schade, dass es so kapitalistisch teilweise ist. Story Arc, The Star Fortress. Nee, den kann ich ja bestimmt auch später machen. Ach, Alderan, müsste ich ja auch noch mal kurz hin.
Hey, Commander, got a sec?
What's on your mind?
We're doing our best to keep the supply lines running, but most of the people I deal with aren't exactly philanthropists. We can't keep running this thing on goodwill and borrowed credits.
You're saying we need a steady income?
Or a really big slush fund. But look, I didn't just come here with complaints. I know a guy with a habit of showing up when someone's in need. He's reached out with an offer we can't really refuse, much as I might want to. You should meet him.
Um wen geht's denn da?
So he's what? A loan shark?
No, just a liar. And a cheat. And a thief. The only thing to trust about him is that he can do what he promises. Hear him out. Come on.
Well, this has been an interesting diversion, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I call.
Come on, Lana. Now? I fold.
So soon? Must be quite a hand. Let's see it.
I know that voice.
Komm, das ist Gold!
How? You discarded every chance you got and never locked a card the whole round. The odds are astronomical. You cheated.
Yeah, even if I did. You sure the old boss of Sith intelligence wants to admit some shifty alien got the better of her?
Galt.
Still a font of outpouring emotion, as always. You should really try your hand at cards. I see you've met my shooting star.
They haven't seen me shooting anything. Yet.
Ja, ja, den kenne ich. Der alte Gauner.
I see this as a real love-hate relationship. She's the hate, right?
Forgiveness is a long, hard road, with lots of toll gates. Much as I'd love to while away the hours with my two favorite ladies in the galaxy, my proposition's a bit time-sensitive. The Eternal Empire spent the last 5 years pillaging every world in the known galaxy. Now, how'd you like to turn all that plundering into a profit for you and yours?
I'm listening.
I happen to know where they're keeping all that ill-gotten gain. Better yet, I've got a surefire plan to steal it right out from under their noses. I just need the help of a few talented, tough customers to see it through.
And your old partner sprung to mind.
Obviously. Ever heard of the Gilded Star? I'll stop you there. You haven't. It's one of the Eternal Empire's most tightly guarded secrets. A floating treasury circling the depths of a massive gas giant. The ship and the buried treasure all wrapped up into one neat little package. Well, maybe not little. By my estimation, it's the greatest sum of wealth gathered in one place since the Hutt Empire was a thing. So, you in?
I don't think I need any more reasons to say yes.
I hoped you'd feel that way. When you're ready to get this show on the road, we'll be heading to Vanden to lay some groundwork. Hope you haven't lost your edge, killer.
Da hat sich ein paar schicke Klamotten zugelegt, der Jute. Obwohl ich aber bei seinen sicheren Plänen immer ein schlechtes Gefühl habe. Na, jetzt habe ich ja schon 2 von meiner alten Crew zurück. Den ollen Lava-Druiden und ihn sozusagen. Na, zumindest getroffen schon mal wieder. Den einzigen, den ich davon echt wirklich loswerden will, ist dieser doofe Sketch. Das sieht überhaupt nicht hübsch aus.
There she is, Vanden. Mind the ledges when you're walking around unless you fancy a death by scenic view.
You haven't mentioned why we're here.
Giant barge, full of money. Is this ringing any bells? It's out there somewhere, swimming below sight and scan range. There's enough magnetism in this place to rival my own. Would have been quite the headache for Mako, I'm sure. Bottom line is, we'll never find the Gilded Star out there, which is all the more reason to get our preparations underway. Such as picking up the last member of our illustrious crew.
How many people are we going to need?
Half a dozen, give or take. This is the last one unaccounted for. He should be in a warehouse not far from the dockyards. I'll point out the place when I see it.
Okay. Ah, hier ist schon wieder so ein Checker-Druide, okay. Ah, wo muss ich denn hin? Da.
So, this plan I mentioned, it's going to take the best identity forger this side of the galaxy to pull off. Problem is, he's been in hiding, specifically in that, for a long time. He probably won't be too thrilled to have visitors, especially not visitors who had his safe house shipped a few thousand parsecs unannounced. Be on your toes.
So you kidnapped him.
It's more of a change of address.
Ich mag seinen Humor, ja, manchmal echt. Oh, ich glaube, der sieht aus wie einen, den ich auch kenne. Ist das nicht der eine aus dieser Mananen-Ecke da? Der sieht fast genauso aus.
Stretcher, is it? They always say retirement's a good time to travel. Why don't you come and check out the new scenery?
Tiresias, you've got a lot of nerve showing your ugly mug to me again.
Another partner you burned?
This one was asking for it, and we were never partners. I think you've got me confused for someone else, friend. Name's Galt Renault. Got a business proposition I think you'll want to hear about.
You can't play dumb with me, Ty. I know that face better than you do.
I don't care what kind of past you two share. We've got business to get to.
The only thing I've got to get to is finally enjoying my retirement. A little gift for your hospitality. You can mail order just about anything these days.
I think I knocked him cross-eyed.
Okay, dann sah nur dieser eine Doktor da irgendwie so aus wie der da.
Still can't roll with the punches. You perfectionist types never learn. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Why are we trying to recruit someone who wants to kill you?
He's the one with the crutch. After I made that body double, he went and swindled half of Norshada in my name.
Because Dretcher is literally the only one I trust to pull this off.
It's taken everything I know to stay hidden in this little prison. Every time I start to think I can leave, someone snitches on my new identities.
God.
So maybe I encourage Dretcher's early retirement. This little box is cozier than a coffin and a better place to reflect on how stupid trying to blackmail me was. But hey, ancient history, am I right? I'm more than willing to forget about our past disagreements if you do one more job for me.
I can never help you again.
Listen, Dretcher. I don't know how much you know about life on the outside these days, but it's bad. If you want there to be something left to look forward to when you come out, I need your help.
And if you think it's hard to live under the scanners now, just wait until the Eternal Empires fully stake their claim on the galaxy. Sit tight, Dretch, and get reacquainted with the concept of hygiene. We've got one more stop to make before we get to the fun part.
Ah ja. Jetzt müssen wir uns mit seinen Kontakten treffen. Ah ja. Ach Gott, die Hornköppe. Trandoshaner oder so? Ja, ja. Irgendwie sowas.
Punctual, gentlemen. Glad you could make it all this way. No trouble acquiring my little request, I take?
It's here. You got our money?
Of course, friend, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask to see the goods first.
Huch, hat er Riesenraketen gekauft.
Satisfied?
That's a fine piece of hardware.
That should do.
You got our money?
About that. I was really thinking we should renegotiate the price. You know, seeing as I don't need the whole missile. Yeah, I thought you might feel that way.
Launch sequence initiated. Target acquired. Total atomic dispersal in T-1 minute.
You son of a... Make it stop!
Nah.
Das ist ja auch leicht durchgedreht irgendwie.
Hope you're a good runner.
Jumping might be faster.
T-minus 55 seconds. Warhead primed. Suffering index set to maximum.
You're gonna pay for this!
Suckers.
Oh
Launch
nein!
sequence aborted. No stopping me now.
Ah, what did she do to this thing? Come on, it's not responding.
Are there any circuits you could cut?
Oh, sure, dozens. Got any ideas which ones?
Tampering detected. Emergency detonation in 5 seconds. Nice try, jerks.
Now, I cannot tell if she did a terrible job rewiring this or too good a one.
3. Oh, so close. 2. I can't wait. 1. Kaboom!
Wette! Was ist das für ein Scheiß?
Great! Come on, that was pretty good. Admit it.
One of yours, I presume.
Allow me to introduce my partner, Vet. She has a habit of getting where she's not wanted. Like on your nerves, for instance. Did you get the warhead, or were you too busy practicing your lines?
Yes, I got it. Grumpy pants.
Oh Gott, ist ja auch nicht schlecht.
Though I guess those lizard brains will have figured out nothing's exploded by now. I'll see if I can't distract them.
Time to make ourselves scarce. We'll see you back at the hideout.
Toodles!
Gott. Da haben sie echt Companions von allem und jeden dann irgendwie noch mit in die Story reingestreut.
Kunamo, uban chone alipa, istin koto, wonki atacha kapa tonka, jisa picha.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Ach hey.
Not out loud.
Agua Pasca Puño.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Du meinst jetzt insgesamt von diesem Falen Empire? Ja, ich finde es eigentlich relativ gut gemacht, also relativ interessant auch. Was ich ein bisschen schade finde, dass bei so manchen Gesprächen, wenn auch man da jetzt dann mehr Auswahl hat, da leider man selbst dann nicht mehr gevoiced ist irgendwie. Und zum Beispiel mit diesem Dr. Ogruppa redet oder so. Aber sonst finde ich das insgesamt schon relativ cool. Muss halt mal gucken, wie es sich jetzt dann so entfaltet. Und wie sich halt hinterher dieses Ganze mit Hauptcharaktere, andere Follower und dem ganzen Kram dann hinterher ausspielt, sag ich mal.
I think I knocked him cross-eyed.
Dogi Kumpa, Gigi no Lia Makechisa.
If you're still wondering why you're here, it isn't to check out the Tabana gas bars. There's a stealth cruiser loaded with more precious metals than a hut's taste in art, hiding down in the lower atmosphere, and it's about to come up for air.
And while the Gilded Star is roosting at the Skyhook for its annual resupply, we're going to rob it blind.
How do you even know about that?
A little bird told us. I speak stool pigeon.
Even if you do know where it's going to be, it's got a full military complement on board. And a vault that could survive the ship being reduced to atoms.
Most people would consider it impregnable, but we aren't most people, are we, Senya?
You do seem to know a lot about our target.
Yes, well, I should. Overseeing the Gilded Star was among my duties when I still served Valkorion.
Then you are privy to its operational protocols.
I doubt they're still the same.
You don't have to run the thing. Just get Scorpio to the ship's control center.
There's no way we could infiltrate that far into the ship undetected.
Oh, maybe, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure High Justice Falen can go wherever she pleases.
Oh, mir deucht, welchen Plan der vorhat.
So what? We get her permission?
Who needs her permission when you can be her? We've got the best identity doctor this side of the galaxy, and as close to a genetic match as we're gonna get.
I could never match Falen's gene sequence like that. Although, maybe simulating data corruption in her ID.
And create enough doubt to bluff her way through. Dear old mom can manage that, right? Once Falen and her attaché droid are on board, they head to the bridge, seize control of the ship, and allow the rest of us to do our parts.
Like cracking the vault. It isn't controlled by the network, so I've got to get into the guts of the ship to reach the mechanism. I'll need your help.
Meanwhile, Lana and Koth will bridge airlocks with a tanker transport I've secured for the goods.
How are we going to carry an entire treasury's worth of loot out of the vault before anyone catches on?
Oh, we won't be carrying anything out of the vault. That's another story. Remember how Senya mentioned the vault could withstand everything outside being vaporized? The same applies to what we're setting off inside.
The warhead.
Exactly. I'll be pulling up the rear with a disintegration bomb. Once it's done its job, we pump the atmosphere into the waiting tanker and make our escape.
This is so crazy, it just might work.
I prefer unconventional.
Once that sucker explodes, the crew's going to notice. Everybody's just going to have to hide.
Ja, danke fürs Schauen, Jedi. Dann schlaf mal schön.
Now, since we've got less than a day before the Gilded Star rolls into port, I'd suggest everybody get real familiar with their part. You look good, all things considered. Maybe I should lie down for one of these deep freezes, see what it does for my complexion.
Can't recommend it.
Perfection isn't meant to last anyway. Hilo gave me the rundown. Not much of an early retirement, if you ask me. We came looking, you know? Even the angry tumor. It was about the third trip into the Spire when things started to come apart.
What happened?
Well, it wasn't so much that anything happened as nothing really did. We knew better than to believe the Eternal Empire's cover story, but I've seen ghosts leave bigger traces. Probably on something we were doing. We were going broke and turning up nothing. With the galaxy coming apart, priorities shifted and everybody wandered their separate ways.
There's no way Torian would give up on me.
Last I saw, he was doing whatever gobbledygook word you people have for kicking the stuffing out of Zakul. Compared to all that, this little caper should be a piece of cake. Just be ready to show these amateurs what a couple old pros can do.
Na gut.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Okay, Wetter, wenn du das sagst.
I picked out a discreet vantage point near the skyhook. Better get in position. This is close enough. And there's the Gilded Star, just like I promised.
Na, jetzt bin ich mal
I was
gespannt.
expecting shinier.
Gold-plated and stealth ship don't exactly line up. Now we just have to hope Mommy Dearest remembers her daughter's birthday.
I can kill you from here, Gold.
Great, really getting into the spirit of your character, at least from what I hear.
Shut up.
We are approaching the checkpoint. No further communications are warranted until the bridge is under our control.
Roger, break a leg, ladies. It's in their hands now. All we've got to do is wait.
So how did you manage to fleece Lana at cards anyway?
Just because your opponent has a sixth sense doesn't mean you can't use it to distract them. I could tell Lana was trying to peek inside my head, so I just made sure she got an eye full. The angry glares she flashed were easier to read than anything I was doing. As for the rest, well, trade secrets, you know.
Come on, we're partners now. No secrets between us.
When I've got enough credits to buy half the galaxy, maybe we'll talk.
I am now in complete control of the Gilded Star's network. I will isolate the vessel's sentinels to the best of this system's ability.
Showtime.
Na, dann wollen wir doch mal uns auf so einen Stealth-Schiff wagen. Aber ich fahr schnell mal.
All personnel, prepare for testing of emergency lockdown systems and maintain your current stations.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Hey, Captain Carajo.
After you, I insist.
Ja gut, wenn man die mehrmals durch hat, dann glaube ich, dass es einem irgendwann dann auf den Zeiger gehen könnte. Ja, das dachte ich mir schon, dass du es so meinst. Na, das glaube ich auch. Ich glaube, wenn ich sie x-mal durch habe, irgendwann hat man auch, glaube ich, die ganzen Variationen durch.
Though I can assure no reinforcements will arrive, you will have to dispatch enemy personnel along the way.
All better.
hin? Dahin, okay. Ah, okay. Na, bin ja mal gespannt, wenn ich dann mal mit den anderen Charakteren irgendwann soweit bin, ob sich das auch klassentechnisch tatsächlich großartig unterscheidet.
Okay, I ought to be able to reach the vault mechanism along this route. Keep clearing a path for Galt, and I'll see you soon.
I really hope they check for Minox.
Are you sure those schematics were scaled in meters? I can hardly move.
My last partner didn't complain nearly this much.
Your last partner was crushed to death.
And never once complained about it.
You'll feel that later.
Ah ja gut, okay, und dann halt zum Teil eben andere Companion-Leute halt,
What's
okay.
heavy? Are you in the vault?
Oh no, it's nothing. Nothing. Almost there.
T3-M4, ja genau, Captain Geracho.
Okay, vet, I'm here.
Just give me a sec.
Time's a factor.
Hey, you want to cut through a foot of cortosis and steel while hanging upside down in a half-meter crawl space? There. Jerk. Try it.
The moment of truth.
You know, I was loaded before you were tracking me down, but it was all zeros on a balance sheet. There's just something magical about the real thing.
I couldn't begin to put a number to all this.
At a certain point, you just stop counting. It won't look nearly as impressive in a second, but it'll spend all the same. Do the honors?
to lucrative partnerships.
Payload's delivered. It's time for the playdate.
We're in position. Extending umbilical. Seal is tight. All green.
Airlock disengaged. Awaiting order for depressurization.
Door is open.
Commencing depressurization.
Tank is filling. So far, so good.
It will take approximately 10 minutes, 17 seconds to siphon a space of that volume.
Plenty of time to make our exit.
Great. Let's blow this joint.
Did you bring that with you?
This little thing? Nah. I passed the armory and it was just laying around, so I figured nobody'd miss it.
It is unlikely the detonation went unnoticed. After we vacate the bridge, I will no longer be able to maintain a complete lockdown.
See? Perfectly justified acquisition. Come on. I want to try this thing out.
Just scramble the systems as best you can and leg it to the tanker. We'll see you there.
Oh, jetzt darf ich bestimmt durch tonnenweise Gegner ballern. So lang muss ich überhaupt. Nach da lang. Oh, ja, genau.
We're at capacity. Scorpio and Senya are on board. What's the situation?
We're keeping them busy on our end, but I don't think we're any closer to reaching you. Scorpio, do you still have any access to the blast doors?
Only through direct input.
Great. Just bug out before anyone notices you buzzing around. We'll take the skyhook back down and meet you at the hideout. Play it cool. My guardian angel will handle anybody taking an unhealthy interest.
You're good to go. Lean in and... Whoa! Amazing!
Oh, okay, that's bad. We've got to get around this way.
Why have I never tried one of these before?
Blast, we're getting boxed in. Come on, I think there's one more route we can try. Oh, boy.
The lift's not coming, is it?
Oh, no, it's coming. It's just not empty.
Falen. I can sense her presence.
Time for plan B.
What's plan B?
Run and hope for a plan C.
What about the escape pods? Or calling back the tanker to pick us up?
Too slow, not to mention it's our only bargaining chip if we get caught, and I'd rather wind up caught than take your other suggestion. We'd never be seen again down in that murk. The skyhook's still the best option. There's just the matter of getting on. We have to go around.
There is no around.
There is out there.
You want us to scale the exterior?
Pretty much. Look, there's no time to stand here arguing, so I recommend lodging your complaints at a steady jog.
It's not so bad. Just don't look down.
Or consider your own mortality. Goodbye, Spewy. I'll never forget you.
Ja, dann rennen wir wieder da lang. Oh.
You'll feel that later.
Oh, wow. Na, immerhin hat sie mir eine Tür geschnitten.
You'll feel that later. You might try ducking next time.
Hey, so just thinking of you, wanted to say... Trouble? No, everything's going great. Just taking a little detour on the way home.
No.
Shh. The noise? Just a little windy is all. What plan am I on? I don't, Plan C. We're on Plan C, all right? Yeah, sounds lovely. Gotta go. See you soon.
Hey.
The good news is we can reach the skyhook from here.
And the bad?
If you've got a fear of heights, there will be plenty of time to get over it on the way down. Smooth.
Ach, so einer schon wieder. Oh Mann.
Okay, so remember Plan C?
You never actually got to Plan C, Galt.
Turns out Plan C is jump!
Unerwartet.
Mother was here, again. She had the audacity to wear my face.
And her punishment?
Escaped. She knows I won't be bested the next time we meet.
Oh, empty threats all you've brought for me.
I interrupted their little raid on the treasury. They couldn't have accomplished much in the time they were here.
Ups. Alles leer. Oh, da ist wer sauer.
Perfect timing.
I'm not the one who has a problem showing up when I'm supposed to.
Jeez, how long are you planning to hold that over me?
The rest of your life, naturally. Thanks for keeping my worst half out of too much trouble.
I'm used to it by now.
And richer for it. Anyway, I think we've all had our fill of Vanden, and it's gonna get a lot less hospitable shortly, so shall we?
Let's get our haul back to Odessa.
There's nothing like coming home from a job well done, especially when you've ruined a huge jerk's day in the process.
Couldn't agree more. Come to think of it, our plan was lacking in one department,
An actual escape route?
It was the scenic route. Can't argue with the view. No, the one thing missing was a way to see the look on Arkan's face when he got the news.
That's a pretty big oversight, Galt. It's coming out of your cut.
Let's not get carried away. We're talking a fringe benefit at best. Now, how about we get on with my favorite part and divvy up the loot?
Already taken care of. You, Vet, and Dretch are already paid out. I took the liberty of skimming what you owe me off yours.
Well, take all the fun out of it, why don't you?
Your idea of fun is why your divvying privileges are still revoked.
Seconded.
Hey, I only ever cheated you before we started working together. The point is we're on to bigger and better things, like melting a mint down into an ocean of liquid happiness. Now, however you want to spend your cut is none of my business, but if you want to say triple it, I might have a little something in the works.
This money isn't ours. I don't mind taking it from Arkan, but I want nothing to do with it.
It does feel wrong to keep it.
Our goal was to fund the Alliance, not personal gain.
Who says it can't be both? You just need a little ambition.
Or, you know, you could try giving. Maybe just once. See what you've been missing. My share is going towards buying back some of the artifacts stolen from my people. Freeing slaves. Giving Twi'leks a better place in the galaxy.
Honestly, we've got way more than we need for operations. It'd be good to have a plan for the excess.
Ach, verdammt. Eigentlich müsste ich ihm ja geben, was er will. Weil ich ja eigentlich böse Entscheidungen machen möchte. Und ich sonst langsam immer mehr gute Punkte aufhäufe. Da wird das mit dem Charakter nichts mit irgendwann böse 5. Aber eigentlich sehe ich auch so, entweder wir behalten es in der Allianz oder wir geben es den Leuten zurück eigentlich. Ach, immer diese schweren Entscheidungen. Aber okay, da wir... Ach Gott, ey. Ich verbringe immer die meisten Entscheidungen damit, mich zu entscheiden irgendwie. So. Ach, was machen wir denn jetzt nun? Wenn ich das mache, sind Koss und die wahrscheinlich pisst. Wenn ich das mache, ist Gold pisst. Und vielleicht auch Koss und so. Wenn ich das mache, sind Koss und die alle cool drauf. Ja, ich nehme auch meistens schon die bösen Entscheidungen. Allerdings habe ich, da ich schon mit ein bisschen Gewissen und alles spiele, auch einige gute Entscheidungen getroffen, beziehungsweise manchmal finde ich einfach, dass das, was böse ist, eigentlich Quatsch ist oder andersrum. Wo ich dann denke, wieso soll das eine böse Entscheidung sein? Ja, ich bin ja mit der auch mehr böse, wie gesagt. Die ist ja auch schon dunkel 4 halt, aber auch Böse können ein Gewissen haben. Ach komm, scheiß drauf. Überschuss den Leuten zurückgeben. Ach, gib's Gold.
I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to triple our take. Just keep an eye on that investment.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure he coughs up every last credit.
Okay, alle sind angeschissen, außer Gold.
I
Naja.
kinda thought the point of this alliance was to do some good in the galaxy. But I guess I'm not really surprised. Everybody's got an angle.
I understand your decision, Commander. I only ask that you not lose sight of the bigger picture while serving your ambition.
Hey, more shares for you, am I right?
It looks like we're settled up.
I figure you'll be seeing me around. You've got a handy little outfit here. Besides, I wouldn't want Hilo to get lonely.
As if.
If your alliance happens to need a morale officer, I'm game. Kicking Arkan's butt should require a full-time party planner.
Speaking of parties... This stuff sells for more than most freighters. Grab some glasses and get to know what success tastes like.
Commander, Major Jorgen and Kaleo just landed. They're in the docking bay.
So much for celebrating. Go ahead, we'll be right behind.
Okay, die sind gelandet. Ich habe irgendwie verpasst, was sie gemacht haben. Verwirrend. Meet Arik and Kaleo. Okay. Kann ich aber nicht gerade... Oh Mann, das Datapad. Ist denn das?
Hey, Commander, what's going on?
Ah ja, genau. Give smuggled goods. Jetzt ist die Frage, lohnt sich das, wenn ich mehr abgebe, mehr auf einmal, als wenn ich einzelne abgebe? Das ist
Fly safe.
gute Frage, nächste Frage. Lassen wir es erstmal gerade. Was ist denn hier für ein Händler? Da.
Use my tricks, you'll get the big bounties and the fat pay.
Aha, aha. Achso, hier gibt es dann dieses Boltblaster-Zeug. Habe ich denn davon mittlerweile? Achso, 400, weil ich krieg da keine mehr von.
Good hunting out there.
Dann gucken wir jetzt erstmal im Hangar, was da los ist.
We can't do everything on our own. We need more people or better equipment.
Weil ich mir noch nicht sicher bin, ob das sich ändert, wenn ich mehrere auf einmal abgebe. Aber scheinbar kann ich nur einzelne abgeben, weil ich habe ja eigentlich 2. Naja, kann ich ja gleich noch machen. Aber ich habe ja irgendwie 2 für die und einen für den Ogrop. Oh Gott. Ganz viele Tote.
I was 30 meters from a computer that would have given me the Gemini frequency. But no, your idiot brigade had to come in blasting.
You were surrounded. We saved you.
And blew the mission. If it wasn't for my backup plan, you would have died down there.
Backup plan? Your escape route detonated a hospital.
You blew up a hospital getting off Zakul?
How was I supposed to know what was on the other side of that wall? You expect me to knock? It wasn't a complete loss. I grabbed something on the way out.
My fire team covered you.
Yeah. Point is, we lifted the data core from a security console right outside that hyperwave relay station. It's not the key to the Gemini frequency, but it does contain a massive file archive all about those droids.
I'll put Scorpio to work sifting through the information. See if there's anything to salvage from this fiasco.
Whatever's in those files has to make up for the lives that were lost getting them.
Nobody regrets those losses more than me, Commander. The casualties were unacceptable.
It could have gone much worse, but we can't let this happen again. Commander, I recommend these operatives be confined to base for the time being.
What? Forget that!
No, he's right. We didn't function like a team and other people paid with their lives.
No one needs to be punished. I was supposed to lead the mission. If I had, maybe none of this would have happened.
That's an excellent point. I'm just saying we skip the moping and get back to winning the war.
Remember why we fight, and don't forget this failure. Dismissed.
Ach so, das geht nur einzeln? Naja, gut. Dann werde ich die gleich mal los dann. Gucken, was es als Belohnung gibt.
I'll start with her fingertips and work my way up. Take one knuckle at a time, then her hands.
Do you remember, Mother? Not what she is now. We were children.
I remember her telling Father I was dangerous. How I had to be controlled. She always hated me.
She never understood us. Oh, Father.
She helped the Outlander steal our pretties. They took everything.
Those things can be replaced.
When all the worlds we've conquered find out what's happened, they'll think we're weak. Test us.
I remain the greatest power the galaxy has ever seen. My enemies know what I'll do to them if they cross me.
Fear is always free.
I will be generous with it.
Mhm.
We're ready, Commander.
Where are the others?
Theron is online from the Mistani sector. The rest are unavailable, on scouting or security detail.
I'd prefer to be patrolling myself. Can we proceed?
I have additional information regarding the Gemini network that controls the Eternal Fleet. The network links mechanical captains inside the fleet's ships. Their security protocols cannot be directly subverted.
Why not?
Because the Gemini captains are based on me.
I understood your design was unique, or close to it. Now you're saying Zakul has an army of Scorpio models?
Imitations programmed to control the fleet. How they came to exist, I do not know, but I will not be imitated. Based on what I have decoded, the Geminis are produced from a mold, a template. Gemini Prime.
Why a physical template?
My technology is not easily duplicated. The Gemini Prime is linked to a factory on the world of Darvanis. Retrieve the unit and I will unlock the secrets of the network and the fleet.
We get the Eternal Fleet, and you find out who's been copying you, and how. Is that the deal?
Yes.
I know Darvanis. One of the first worlds we conquered when the war started. A staging point into the wider galaxy. That factory builds droids, weapons, starships. It's a key resource, fortified accordingly. Fully automated defenses.
I've seen its like. Tunnels running kilometers deep. Too large for a strike team.
Then we plan a full-scale assault. How close are we to assembling an army?
We don't have nearly enough people here. But
I've been securing military allies along the rim. There's a favor I can pull in. Rather not say more over the comm, but I can set a rendezvous with forces on Darvanis. You can take the factory and grab Gemini.
Go to war to kidnap a droid. It's almost simple.
I'll signal our allies. Any luck, they'll be on Darvanis before you.
The rest of you, get the gravestone ready for combat. Once we have Gemini Prime, it'll be us against the fleet. One way or another.
Gut, ich kenne die deutschen Sprachen halt nicht, aber wie gesagt, ich favorisiere Englisch meistens eh schon von vornherein, weil es halt oft Originalsprecher sind und nicht irgendwelche Synchronisierer. Aber ich glaube, ich muss es mir auch irgendwann mal auf Deutsch antun, zumindest mal in einem Video oder so, um mal einen Vergleich zu haben. Achso, Space, sollte ich vielleicht auch mal drücken. So. Mandalorianer. Ich fühle mich ja schon fast wie zu Hause. Ah, ist das nicht Torch? Nee. Doch.
Well, you're on the wrong planet.
Nee.
The Hutt pleasure worlds are a dozen parsecs out.
Shut up, Como. You're in good shape for a dead woman.
Shea Vizsla. I wasn't expecting Mandalorians.
We're what you got. Heard you need a factory pulverized.
A dozen clans stand with Mandalore the Avenger. We're ready for blood, even if our enemies are built of metal and grease.
Mandalore the Avenger? What happened to your predecessor?
I'm sorry. Zakul hit your adopted clan hard. He died fighting. We've been under siege these past few years. Clan Vizsla survived better than most. I ended up Mandalore mostly by accident.
Half the clans are scattered. Most of the rest are trapped in the Heart Worlds.
When your spy boy offered a chance to hit back, I agreed. Been on defense too long.
Then we fight together, Mandalore, against Zakul and the galaxy. We'll topple Arkan yet.
Right now, I'd settle for one good victory.
How have you deployed your troops around the factory?
Rotating assault teams of 200 commandos each. Place is a fortress. Needs hammering before we go in.
Next attack starts in 5. Forward teams are in position to down the energy shield.
You want to be useful? Capture the perimeter guns and retarget the factory. Torian!
Ach, guck an. Mein Ehemann.
Redor. Beloved.
Torian. What are you doing here? I know how long it's been, but I never forgot you.
Never thought you would.
I gather you know each other, but save it for later. We're short on time.
Right. Let's capture those guns and talk after. You good to fight?
Better than ever.
Stay alive. Both of you.
Punkte, Heile ein bisschen, Gold ordentlich. Na, immerhin plus Influence überall, das ist okay. Ach, das ist wieder nur Show. Was habe ich da denn bekommen? Devastating Prototype Electro Stuff. Na, kann ich ja vielleicht noch für irgendeinen Charakter gebrauchen. Okay. Dann einmal Post checkern. Was haben wir denn da? Dredger Invoice. Ja, genau. Schick mir eine Rechnung. So geht's dir noch gut. Und Attention. Okay, das ist schon. Ah ja, okay. Nichts Besonderes.
Welcome to our market, potential customer.
Was haben wir hier? Ein 194er. Ah gut, das können wir mal gerade austauschen. Ja, Moment, gegen welches denn? Gegen das 124er. Okay.
You'll live.
Ach, Operatorians? Ach, was hat er jetzt gemacht? Hä? Ach so, das ist seine alte Rüstung oder was? Vom Aussehen her.
Thank you for your patronage.
Ach so, so lässt man ihn dann wie sein altes aussehen, okay. Aber ich finde das Neue eigentlich ganz witzig. Das steht ihm mehr. So.
We hope our inventory will meet your needs.
Weg mit deiner alten Rüstung, die sieht eh scheiße aus. So. Auch nicht schlecht. Ja, ich wusste jetzt nicht, dass wenn man das voll durchzieht, dass man dann mit den anderen scheinbar nichts komplett mehr anfangen kann, aber naja. Halb so wild. So, was soll ich jetzt hier machen? Anti-Walker Ordnance, EMP Grenades und Communication Equipment. Okay. Was ich alles brauche. Achso, Anti-Walker Rocket. Da Kommunikation. Achso, da kann ich dann Mandos rufen, okay. Und ist auch nochmal Anti-Walker Ordnance. Anti-Walker Ordnance. Comgear. Ah, da EMP Grenades. Okay. Na gut. Der Chassins. Okay. So, ach du Schande, wo muss ich da jetzt hin? Ach so, das sind diese cool Walkers. Oh. Falscher Knopf.
Dead.
Das hier, Mandalorian Droid Popper. Ach so. Sich so rumgehen? Kann ich nicht auch hier irgendwo durchlaufen? Ah, da.
You'll live. All clear. See. With you all the way.
Report in, Verta. Raiding through scrap in Sector 4.
Clan join forces at the outer shield perimeter.
T.
Ah, verrutscht. Haben wir jetzt zwar eine schon fertig gemacht, aber mir deucht, ist ja schon wieder so arg spät, schon wieder, oder früh. Jetzt haben wir schon wieder 3 Uhr. Ich glaube, dann pausiere ich mal an der Stelle sozusagen mit der Streamerei und mache dann an der Ecke morgen dann wieder weiter. Haben wir schon wieder gut was geschafft. Ist jetzt nur noch das Kapitel, so wie es aussieht. Und dann noch 2, dann haben wir das schon wieder fertig. Und dann, ja, dann kommen wir der Sache hier schon näher. Dann muss ich das mit den Allianz-Dingern noch rausbekommen, die 2 Innis auf der Rap-Seite noch machen. Ja, und dann brauche ich noch meinen 65er und diese komische Arena. Und dann habe ich den Level, den ich wollte. Den Eternal Level voll. Ja. Das müsste eigentlich ganz gut aussehen, weil Legendary kriege ich eh nicht voll. Na gut, dann machen wir das mal so. Hier ist, denke ich mal, ein guter Punkt, um einfach mal safe stehen zu bleiben. Erledigt habe ich das. Dann danke ich euch erstmal allen fürs Zuschauen. Dann wünsche ich denen, die noch da sind, bis glaube ich eh nur noch du, Captain Garaho, wünsche ich dann mal ein gutes Nächtle. Danke auf jeden Fall fürs Vorbeischauen. Na, und dann denke ich mal, nachher irgendwann werde ich dann wieder einen Stream ansetzen und dann geht's weiter im Kapitel 14, Mandalors Rache, und dann wollen wir einfach mal schauen, wie sich die Story weiter entfaltet. Dann danke und tschüssi.